Hello, quadcopter freaks. We're back. I'm back anyway. Turbo. Turbo's back. Turbo Reviews. Remember me? I'm Turbo from Turbo Reviews. Well, I not really got so much as a review today as a kind of a DIY Turbo DIY project. It's really simple, and it's really neat. I love it. It's great. Let's get right to it. Uh, it is my version of what they call the tiny whoop. I call it the Eachine Thumper. No, I don't really. I just made that up on the wheel, but could call it that. We could call it the Eachine Thumper. But see, all you do is get rid of the body, which is just those two little holes on each side. You just pull outward on those on each side here and pull it off. Comes off real easy. And you get yourself one of these here, Eachine TX01. The reason I chose the TX01 over the TX02 or any other one is because of its size and its weight, and it was uses less milliamps. It's only a 20 milliwatt transmitter for countries that you can't have any more than that in, and but it also only consumes like 20 or 25 milliamps of juice. So to me, that made sense to go on here than anything robbing it, because the other one, the O2, I believe uses 200 milliamps. So the milliamp usage is quite a big difference. So this times out really well. It still flies at probably 4 or 5 minutes, I guess, with the camera going. And I've FPV'd it now, I think 3 times, and indoors, and it's great. It's great indoors. But all you do, you get the camera, and it has a plug on the end. But you need to kind of centrally locate it for balance. Don't put it way up front. You think you'd want it right up front, which would be optimal, but for weight purposes, it wouldn't work. So what I did was I just cut the plug off at about that length, and just putting it in the center and measured it, giving it a little bit of slack to play with, and put a little tiny piece of Velcro about that long on both this and the board. And I wish I would have had some liquid tape. I would have liquid taped where it went, also just so nothing gets crossed. But I kind of made sure the tape went to where nothing would. But that's just a good habit. Liquid tape is your friend. But anyway, so and this little camera is really neat. It's got the displays the channel and frequency on the back, and has a push button. You can go through the frequency and the bands and everything. Has the race bands, has all of them. And you just find the if you don't know how to tell what's positive and negative on the board of the copter, just take your battery, and as it would go as you were plugging it in, whichever side positive and negative is, that's what it is up here. So accordingly, solder your camera wires accordingly. Let your positive and negative, and that's really all there is to it. And I did Velcro it down, and I put a dab of hot glue back here just to kind of hold it, and it does save it in crashes. So I've crashed it quite a few times, and that's the thing. It's pretty darn durable for what I've got here. I've crashed it quite a bit, and the camera hasn't came off yet. And there's just one drop of hot glue holding it in the Velcro. And I did put in one drop of hot glue here, and a drop here, and a drop here on either side to just to hold the board in good. It's screwed in here and here, but I wanted it kind of was mushy, so I thought that might cause some jello too on the camera. So anywho, I did that, and I'll let you see some of my footage from the first person view cam. It's really pretty decent for being a newbie, I'm very, very newbie at it. Like, this is really my first real stab at FPV in the real world, where there's no looking up. I mean, I put the goggles on. I was going from room to room, so I was in another room. I couldn't take the goggles off and look around and see where I was at and get my orientation back. I had to just fly by my first person view, but it's really cool. I love it. All right, enough with me. And I also heard, I just used the stock controller that comes with the Eachine E010, but you can use the, I've heard you can use a Devo 7 or Devo 9 or maybe both with a firmware add-on or something, or on the controller you can control it. So if you're a mode 1 user and you don't have a mode 1 controller, because this currently comes in mode 1 or mode 2, I'm sure, I don't know, but so you can also control it with your Devo controller, so that's a bonus if you've got one of those. So if you want to go through the software setup. So anyway, here's the first person view from it. What I had to do is, it's a kind of a video of a video. I don't have a DVR recorder and a receiver, so I used my goggles for myself, and then I had a screen, a very first screen I got, and I am videoing that screen is what the video is of the first person view of the flight. So that's as good as I could get. So it's really probably better than this, but it's not bad. So anyway, enjoy. This whole thing works. I recommend it if you're in the market for an indoor flyer for this winter. Perfect. Guards on all the propellers. You can run into stuff, bounce off of stuff, keep on flying. This thing, I can't say enough about how much fun I've had with it, just in the 3 or 4 flights I've done with it. But I'm fixing to try it outside, and it's probably a mistake because this isn't a great outdoor flyer, never was. But the wind's not blowing too bad today, so I might give it an FPV outside. So if I do, I'm going to include that. And that's all, folks. So enjoy the flight. I had fun making this little dude and flying this little dude. It's pretty awesome. You should make one. Beats the Blade Tiny Whoop option. You know, I can build this for I think about the camera for $35 or $25, and the copter for $15. So there's your price difference. Tiny Whoop. Here you go. You got a new competitor in town.